Hey, this is Dave from Bay Stencil. I want to stencil a few sugar skulls on the wall today. I've got 3 picked out, and I've just got the white layers here just kind of as a reference so I can remember and tell which one is which, because sometimes when I go through the stencil palette here, it's hard to remember. And since these 3 designs are so similar, I just want to have something to remember to remind me which one I'm working on. We're going to do each one of them in the original colors or maybe in a grayscale, and then we're going to do each one with a little bit of variation to it to kind of make it interesting. I think I might start with that one on the upper left. I think that's our black and white version. Let's see how that goes. Well, that's pretty straightforward. It is just a black lines on white. And I think I'd like to try to just do this in a slightly interesting mixed up pattern, and I want to do a little design on the wall behind it. Let's see how that comes out. Okay, there's my first sugar skull design there. I like it okay, but I'm not really super inspired by it. I want to try a different one, and maybe we'll come back to this one, see if there's something smarter we can do. All right, that's not bad. That was just there were just 2 stencils that I laid down, and I added a lot of color to it. One thing I'm not so wild about here is that there's nothing in the background, so probably if I did this again, I would probably take some kind of like a bright, some kind of bright yellow or some complementary color here, like a purple or something, and just do some dots on the background of this thing. It's important to know what your background is going to look like before you do the foreground. That's what I kind of did. I had the background here, and then I just put the black over it. It was simple, and it's not the most creative thing in the world, but it's not improperly executed. Okay, let's do the last one and see. Let's see how that goes. Okay, because that's a 2-layer, that's going to be a relatively lighter layer, and so that's why I went a little bit with the lighter colors on that. Let's see. This is pretty psychedelic. I like the way it came out. It doesn't need any work on the bridges at all, because basically all the bridges disappear on these. The only place where the bridges didn't disappear were on these eye sockets here, which I covered over in this one, and in this one where I chose not to cover them over because it kind of looks cool to me to have the hearts kind of suspended with the white bridges there. So here's 3 candy skulls, a pure black and white version that I decorated behind with some color, a 3-color version, and finally a 4-color version. I think it was a 4-color version where I left out the white. And candy skulls. This is Dave signing off from Bay Stencil.